It's Market Day Report. Do you have a cat? Give it a hug. It's National Hug Your Cat Day. If you don't, then go grab some cheese. It's National Cheese Day, part of National Dairy Month. Okay, let's move from dairy and cats over to corn. Maybe a good place to go. We're seeing a lot of red here, and it looks like we've got maybe more red ahead. 451 and a quarter on the D's contract. It's 8.5 lower. And again, falling for the fifth straight session. But our next guest will tell us about a flash sale. Could that be positive? Is it keeping us from falling further? Because look what's happened to beans. We're down 27 cents, 11.40 and a quarter. This is a move like we'd get following a very bearish WASDE report or a quarterly grain stocks report or an acreage report. So we're moving a lot of money here, and we're moving lower in the market. Touch on soy meal. We're still lower here for the fifth straight session and second straight day of lower trade in bean oil. Wheat market will hit 2 here. Chicago, 580 and 3/4, down 6.5. And hard red at 618 and a quarter, it's down 5 3/4. Even the cotton market, which has been the leader here, higher year over year, it's down over 2 pennies at 78.38. So do we talk about this flash sale with Ryan Kelbrants? Ryan's with CHS Hedging. This is Colombia, and most people might not know that Colombia is one of our major buyers, like a top 5 market for U.S. corn.
Yeah, that's the silver lining today, is that USDA reported daily export sales of 115,000 metric tons of Colombia for the 26-27 marketing year. And we had a export daily announcement yesterday for South Korea buying some corn. So those are both positives. But if you looked at today's export sales, old crop sales fell below the 1 million ton mark only for the 6th time in 39 weeks of the marketing year. So export sales, old crop came in at 883,300. New crop came in at 243,700. The combination of the two, that was towards the low end of estimates there. But the total commitments year to date are 81.8 million metric tons versus 65.1 million metric tons a year earlier too. So beans, a little bit disappointing there, 276.9 for old crop and 243 metric tons, 243,000 metric tons for 26-27. So the new crop number was a decent number. Looking at the meal, 169, that's a little light for old crop, and then 62.4 for the new crop for 26-27. So that was on the low end of trade ideas as well. There were no sales reported for the soy oil for either marketing year too. So that was a little bit negative too. So we did see a massive roll from the old to new crop on wheat, reductions of 642,200 for 25-26, and then we saw 838,500 metric tons for 26-27. So that was a little bit negative as well too. But drought monitor out this morning showed an increase in the corn areas with drought from going from 25% last week to 27%, and the bean number went from 27 to 28%. Spring wheat areas were unchanged at 23%, and the winter wheat areas improved slightly from 69% to 67%. So looking at the weather patterns now, we should see some improvements next week. We're anticipating some, decent rains moving across, as your weather person just mentioned. Keeping an eye on what's happening with the macro headlines and just weather developments in the major regions is what we're looking at here too. So I just did receive a email from the USDA. It looks like USDA Secretary Brooke Rollins is going to host a call with the press later today after the close regarding the new world screwworm. And then we're going to see commitment of traders out after the close tomorrow. I think that the funds are probably, I would anticipate, liquidating some of their length in the corn, beans, meal, and oil. And then we're going to see crop progress and conditions on Monday. And then next Thursday is going to be the June WASDE report. So until then, just keep an eye on the weather, and hopefully we can see a little bit of support here on these big breaks.
Good points. Hey, Ryan, thanks for coming by. Ryan Kelbrants is with CHS Hedging. All right, quick break here. We've got more markets on the other side. What's happening on Wall Street? We'll check next on Market Day Report.